going to turn the other cheek? Who is that I saw the other day says we must forgive them? No, there's no forgiveness. As a matter of fact, if you took the, I'm going to let you know about it next year. The year after that, I'm going to fucking tell your kids how fucking dumb you were. Oh, in a lot of cases, I'm not going to have to, because you dumb fucks who got your kids, they're not going to fucking be very happy with you. They're going to ask you, wait a second, you were supposed to protect me. I trusted you. And look what you did to me. Oh, you want to see some family breakups? That's coming too. See, my kids ain't. Because I went to the goddamn principal school and I told her, if my kid gets coerced in any way and taken, I'm going to exercise my Second Amendment rights. Yeah, she don't want to see me much anymore. I really don't care. I drop my kid out of school. You know what I tell him? Never trust the government. Are you telling your kids that? Are you? Or are you just letting them watch Nick at Night with some fucking propaganda so they can fucking fuck with their root chakras? Is that what you're doing? What kind of parents are you? Now, I know personally, I get thank yous every day by email, by DM, saying thank you for convincing me not to take the. I'm not the only one who did that. We got real fucking heroes out here. You know, that's the thing. When the school shooter busts through a door with a gun, within the darkest moments, you see the brightest lights. Because when that school shooter's going in that school blasting, there's always someone who steps up, puts their life on the line, and starts saving people. And while I wasn't in, these are straight facts I'm talking about. You all lived through it. Every single one of you lived through this. What do you got now? You all lived through this. You all lived through the lockdowns. Some of you lived through not being able to go see your grandmother or your grandfather. You couldn't even go to people's funerals. I've heard some crazy stuff happen. But see, now we know what's going on. Without a shadow of a doubt, what I suspected, because I know what these sick fucks are, what I suspected in March of 2020 turns out to be exactly what happened. You make a scandemic, you put out a super flu that kills 17 out of every million people who have it. Again, 17 out of every million people who had COVID died. And over that, you're going to start people. Over that, you're going to start kids. And we know it takes 7 years of development. These people are going to come out, and they already have in some cases, and say, well, we didn't know. And here's the thing, guys. If these people are not held accountable for mass murder, if these people are not held accountable, then what they do to our kids and grandkids next time around will be even worse. Maybe they'll start knocking down doors with guns and forcing people to be. Because hell, we didn't do anything now. People must be made examples of. The people, when the mainstream media, and it will happen, when the mainstream media starts asking you for forgiveness, when the mainstream media says sorry, do not accept their apologies. only thing we will accept is fucking accountability. People's moms, dads, sons in some cases died. Could you imagine your own kids died? There's nothing worse in life than a father or a mother burying their kid. It's not supposed to be like that. But that's exactly what it is if you trust the government. Do you understand by now the government literally tried to kill you? They literally tried to. They didn't give a fuck if you were black and white. They didn't give a fuck if you were a woman or straight or gay. They did not give a fuck. They wanted you all dead. Now, clearly not everyone fell for it. And as a result, the collective median IQ of the world population is definitely going to go up as the keep dropping. But at the end of the day, if these people are allowed to get away with mass murder without any accountability, then what are we doing? What are we doing in society? Why do we follow any laws? Fuck, let's have anarchy then. If the government can lie to you on a scale that tens of millions, if not hundreds, and hell, who knows, billions of people are going to fucking drop within 5 to 10 years. And we already know that they're up 1,200%. What did I tell you guys? When the people got, what did I tell you guys? Let's see how the babies are. Let's see what happens in 9 months. Well, we know what happens now. Up 1,200%. $1,200%. What do you think? That just happened? No, it was if anyone has anything to say, they can come up and start speaking. But yeah, it's, I'm kind of getting sick and tired of paying taxes to pedophiles. I'm not sure about you guys. These stories they tell you about, do you understand what they do with these babies? Do any of you guys have any idea what they do to them? They take these heads who have not completely developed, and they start cracking them open, and they start taking their pineal gland out and eating them. That's what the elite do. They take the out of babies, and they take the pineal glands out of them, and they start eating them. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is what they do. They don't want to stop. And for the life of me, I don't understand how someone can grow up, go to medical school, and decide he wants to base. I mean, forget about if it's right or wrong and what kind of politics you have on the issue. What type of fucking human being decides he wants to go to work and murder fucking babies? I mean, if people ask me if there's demons and jinn on Earth, that's the first place I'm looking in the clinic. Because I got to tell you, every time I see a child, no matter if I'm in bad mood or like lost a parlay or something like that, I see a child. I mean, I try to, it's almost like you want to smile. I'm not even talking about my own kids. You see some other kids on the streets, you smile. At least I do. I don't know what the hell you guys do, but that's what I do. And for me to think that humans are capable of, if it comes down to it, I'll fucking take someone out and put someone in the ground. Believe me, I'm not worried about that. But a baby? No, I don't have it in me to do that. A communist? Yeah, no problem. I have no issues getting blood on my hands with getting rid of communists because I don't even consider them humans. But a baby? And these people murder babies every single day and then go to sleep like nothing happened? Nah. If you believe in a God, it's difficult, man. It's difficult when you want to believe in all living. Well, you guys maybe want to believe in all living God. I know what this is. This is a matrix. But that's still, things like that get me, man, because it's absolutely disgusting. By the way, have you noticed my spaces are different than everyone else's? Everyone else's spaces, people start talking, blah, blah, blah. No one's even requesting to speak here. Just have Gary give his monologue. Just have Gary run his mouth. And everything works out, huh, guys? With all these new TikTok people coming in, the best thing about it is, even though TikTok's 75% liberal, and I'm not talking any politics whatsoever, 90% of the people on TikTok who are reaching me are straight up conservatives and usually millionaires. So, I busted that algorithm in a way that most people don't understand. Big props to David for doing the same thing. And guess what, guys? We will build an army. An army. GG33 was founded in the cat year 2011. 2023, it's going to blow the fuck up. And honestly, it's about time. So it is what it is. I just hit this thing to see if it worked. In all honesty, I wasn't about to start doing a monologue, but I can't disappoint my GG33 people. So, Brian, I see you're in here. See if you can check on that Matrix Prime account. If you're listening, see if you can try to get that one back. Who the fuck knows, guys? I just find it, even if I get my accounts back, I just find it funny that I'm like one of the last ones. So maybe Twitter stuck me. Maybe the old Twitter regime stuck me in some kind of different place where the new people haven't even found me yet. Who the fuck knows, man? But all this trouble over little old me. I never even reached 1 million fucking followers, and they're fucking attacking me like I'm Alex Jones. It is what it is. All right, man. Someone wants to get in here in the next few minutes, request a microphone, or I'm shutting this thing down. Unlike before, I usually give readings to about 10 people a day. On the weekends, about 5 to 6 nonstop. You guys have days off. I don't. And not one fucking day off. Never do I have a day off. But that's what it takes, guys. You want to make money? That's what it takes. Don't tell me you want a vacation. Like, for instance, I'm going to get my money. So I'm not going to be lazy, but I will bitch about being worked like a slave. It is what it is. But I'll still do it. That's the thing. All right. We got 1 minute, man, or I'm shutting this thing down. No one's got the balls to speak up? Seriously? Like, what the hell? Other people's spaces, people go in there, start talking, arguing. Here, you guys just want me to run my mouth, huh? Whew. Damn. Big House, you want to come here and say a few things? Anybody? There we go. One requester. Someone Want this? No. Where's the request? All right, Alexander. All these people were in here, but you're the only one who decided to say anything. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Gary. It's Alex here from Sober. How's it going?
Same shit, different day, brother. But I guess I my accounts didn't get suspended, but I got my spaces back. So thank you, Mr. Musk.
Here's what's interesting. There's a guy named Tommy G who has a podcast, and he had his account suspended too because he was the one who exposed Chrissy Teigen and all the pedophile rings, right? But he had contacts high up in Twitter because he appealed to some niche fetishist or something. And there were some pretty high up level people in Twitter that he knew. And he asked, "Can you reinstate my account?" And they said, "Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it." He got a call back 2 days later saying, "Dude, there's nothing I can do. There's absolutely nothing I can do." So there is a high level somewhere. When you piss them off, you get cut. And I don't know, maybe they purged your account from the database for all we know.
It might be. It might be because it's very interesting. Like all my accounts go back to different cases, or they're all those accounts are connected together. It's like you would think I fucking murdered somebody. It's unreasonable, but then again, it goes back to what I was telling you guys from the very beginning years ago. They don't want me to have a big voice because they know what's going to happen. I'm not going to tell people buy Brigadas. I'm going to make some noise, and they really, really don't want that. And by the way, what you saw on happen on TikTok with me blow up, that would happen on here if I didn't talk politics. If I didn't talk politics, I would have 2-3 million followers. But that's just not the way I roll.
You're seeing this now with guys like Matt Taibbi, who's a pretty liberal guy, right? He didn't like Trump, called him a blowhard. But because he's actually reporting now on this Hunter Biden, whatever the hell his name is, Biden scandal, he's getting shit on. He's getting destroyed. Like, oh, he's a terrible journalist, this and that. And I'm like, the dude was like a Rolling Stone reporter. Like, he never, he wasn't really that shocking, right? So they will come after you.
Listen, I think it's just I think this has fingerprints all over it, just like FTX. Man, I mean, let's not. I mean, fuck you, man. What did I tell you guys last year? Were you in GG33 last year?
For 2 years now. Yeah.
Okay, you remember my phone call on the last day of the year? 2021.
The prediction one, right?
Yep. Yeah. Did I not tell everyone crypto's going to crash, and did I not tell anyone institution is going to fall so they can start regulating it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what? David, get me that tape. It's time to release that shit publicly. It's time to shit on people publicly. I'm so sick and tired of people fucking saying they know what the fuck they're doing when I'm fucking calling almost everything to the point. So FTX could have been fucking now. We gotta give Roger credit for that one. Roger called FTX to a T. I said it was gonna happen, but I didn't name the institution. He came in. I think he did it in what was it? June. He started talking about FTX. But the fact is, anyone in GG could have looked at FTX and see the fucking guy who was running it was a monkey. This is common GG33 knowledge. And I don't feel bad for anyone who fucking lost a damn penny. Because if all you had to do was fucking learn what I knew, and you wouldn't have lost a goddamn cent on FTX. But again, the reason I brought up FTX is that's to me. That's basically throwing Biden in their bus. Now he's going to get more information. No one ever forget that gave Musk a lot of money in 2010. And if that didn't happen, they probably wouldn't be a Tesla today. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah,
no one reports that. No one talks about that. No one don't give nobody money without some strings attached.
I think they're on the same religion, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you could see the symbolism on properties, and you could see the symbolism with Musk. So there's some shit going on in the background. Absolutely.
fucking runs this shit.
Well,
And what do you think? I sit at dinner with billionaires and talk about this shit all the time. What do you think? If me and him can't figure it out, Marco Rubio doesn't know?
yeah.
Oh, but he can't say anything. You know why? Because Marco Rubio was caught in the park in 1989, his enemy year, when he was 17, 18 years old, having gay sex. Oh, shocking. So he can't do anything, because if he starts talking, guess what? A file gets released. What about Ted Cruz? What do you think? They don't have anything on him? They got something on all of these politicians. The worst thing they could fucking have on me is probably get me for a couple of dollars I owe somebody, or the government. That's the worst thing they could do to me. There's nothing they have on me. Absolutely nothing. And that's probably the problem, because if they don't have anything on you, they won't let you really do anything. But listen, I'm going to tell you that, guys, this very simply. What I did with GG33 would not be possible with anyone else alive. No one in the group, no one could have pulled this off. And the reason they couldn't pull this off is no one could have articulated numerology and astrology the way I do. Now, Roger could write it on a level that no one's touching him. He's probably the best writer in the world, in all honesty. He really is. But when it comes to talking and articulating this stuff, no one could have done it besides me. I mean, I want everyone in the group was a skeptic at some point. Almost every single person. And I had to close 1,400 people from 35 different countries, different backgrounds, different religions, different races. Do you know, you guys would be sick if you knew what my closing rate was. Now that I'm talking to pretty much all conservatives, they all want to take an interview right after they talk to me. Ain't no more bullshit. They want it right away. And you know what? I feel sorry for some people who keep not getting in because it's really going to be outpriced very, very soon. Unless you're extremely rich, you're not going to be able to get in anymore. And I don't feel bad for one moment. You know why? I was giving away scholarships, gave away at least 80, well, probably 100 throughout the year. The shit was cheap as fuck. There's people in there. There's a guy who reminded me in there that he paid me $1,000 like 5, 6, 7 years ago. People, you had your opportunities, and it's about to close. The price is never. You guys remember when they used to do sales on the 28th of every month? Consistently. For years. GG33 classes sale 28th of the month. I would rack up about 20, 30K every single month on the 28th. Guess what? I don't do that anymore either. No need. Why would I need to sell anything, have a sale on anything? Things change very quickly, and they're going to change a lot quicker in the cat year. You guys are going to be, you know what? It's going to be one of the more interesting things when I'm doing what I'm actually born to do, and all these members I have, they start rising up. You want to talk about King Arthur's table? You want to talk about Pythagoras and Plato? I'm going to fucking create hundreds of Platos. I look at some of the people who are my students. These fucking people are brilliant fucking minds. I mean, fucking brilliant minds. And they all call me teacher. And at the end of the day, I want everyone to know this. Not one fucking person alive is responsible for any of my numerology knowledge. None of them. No one. And there's not going to be another person alive who's going to be able to say the goddamn same thing. And you know what? Hell yeah, I have a fucking big ego. You'd start talking to people on the phone every single day, and you start fucking saying, this happened this here, this happened this happened here, this happened here. And they're like saying, how the fuck could you possibly know that? Yeah, I have a big ego. But you know what? It's not necessarily a bad thing. Because if I didn't have this ego, I promise you I would have kept this all to myself. Every last bit of it. Well, my brother would have known. My wife wouldn't have known. My kids wouldn't have known. That's about the extent of it. But that's not what I was born to do. When was it? Yeah, I see people flexing on stuff they learned from me. For God's sake, Andrew Tate got famous based off my fucking shit. No, and I'm not talking about his talking points. His war room started going real hard for him right when the Tiger Year hit, based off my information. I know this because they told me this. What do you think top G is? 33, capital G, 33. Where do you get that from? Now he starts talking about karma and what the evil people have to do. Where do you get that from? Straight up from me. Musk with his 8 and 88 and all this other stuff. Rolex with their 8. Come on, guys. They're getting it all from me. And they don't want the, let's just put it this way. If I ever get millions and millions of followers, or if I ever get a platform like Kanye West had, and boy, did they do a number on him. But if I ever get a profile like Kanye West, no, there's not going to be nonsense. I will literally plant the seeds to change this fucking world. And the thing is, it's not going to happen in our generation. If you really want to change the world, you have to. This is what I learned from the evil elite. This is what I learned from them. If you really want to change the world, if you really have what it takes, the knowledge, the charisma, the team, the wealth, if you really have that and you want to change the world, then you have to accept that it's not going to change until you're gone. You have to plant the seeds for the next generation. And what the fuck do you think I've been doing? I fucking hate the Matrix. I have no adversaries. I have zero adversaries. They're all fucking stepping stones. Every single last one of any human is not an adversary. Might be a rival, but not an adversary. The adversary is the Matrix. And you know what? When I die, I will know that I'm personally responsible for a lot more of these souls that are stuck in this third dimensional plane. They know what you are now. They know. I had a talk with some of my best students 6 months ago. They told me, you know what, Gary, I didn't believe you about the Matrix 4 or 5 years ago. But now they see what happens. Now it's happening to them. And they see it with their own eyes. And yeah, the Matrix, tough as fuck, isn't it? It's really mad at me. It did not want me to wake you guys up. It wanted me to be like Tate. Tell you that the Rothschilds and the government are the Matrix. Get the fuck out of here. They're just the landlords within the Matrix. They don't run shit. But at the end of the day, I made people aware of what the Matrix was. And that's going to snowball. And that's going to snowball. And it's going to snowball. And that's how you fucking make a deity bleed. Other than that, how's everyone's day going?
Awesome, G. I actually agree with you on the karma. You can actually hold these entities and other people accountable at the big table when you die. Most people don't know that, but you can. Like we're pretty gifted as just that we're kept ignorant, right? Like dumb on earth. That's the whole goal. Matrix, so.
Hey, I think I've done, that silver form you were in, we got some bright minds in there, don't we?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
You know, I'm really proud of the thing I put together. Remember, GG33 was supposed to die in 2019 when they suspended my accounts. You guys remember other organizations that were short-lived? And again, I'm not making fun of people because I'm cool with the people who started when I was beefing with them back then. But MAGA gang, how long did that fucking last? 6 months? Hell, they had more accounts with bigger followings than mine, but they didn't last because they don't have a strong leader. And people can say they're more alpha than me and all that other shit they want. How many people could actually hold an organization like this together? Not many. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just stating straight facts. Very few people could have done this. And how many people could have done this without all the information fucking leaking out? I think I did a decent job. I definitely could have done some things better. I definitely regret doing some things. I should have instituted the interview system. He would have kept fucking whores from Bailey and all this other garbage from entering, but we don't have those problems anymore. All right, let me get some more people in here.
Got to drop, G. Get my daughter. Have a great night.
Yes, sir, brother.
You too.
All right, I mean, hell, we got a lot of people in this room, but still a lot of ear hustlers. So, all right, guys, we got 3 new speakers, including Big House. What's going on?
How's it going, man? Hey, I had a question, Gary. What do you think happens to the Matrix after you're gone?
What do I think is going to happen to the Matrix after I'm gone?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not anywhere powerful enough to... the Matrix is the Matrix. I'm just a fucking human with an old soul, man. I mean, when I'm gone, I'm assuming that more people will be aware of the Matrix because the seeds that I planted. And eventually a 33 will come along who will be able to fucking cut that motherfucker's... it's going to be a 33. It's not going to be me. I'm the one who had to figure out the Matrix cheat codes. And I'm the one who had to awaken people to what this evil fucking deity is. It's going to be another 33 that comes, maybe he's in my group right now. Who the fuck knows? Doubt it though, but it's going to be another 33 who cuts this motherfucker to bits, and that might take a long time, or maybe it'll never happen, but if it does, it's going to be a 33 life path. Don't be me though.
So, gee, I was in a space with Dre earlier, and we were talking about how this theme of apocalypses seems to, when you go out throughout history and actually read some of the writings that people of any time period wrote, they all talk about the end is near, the end of the world, the apocalypse is going to happen, etc., etc. Do you think that some of these things, like these are like runtime programs built into the Matrix, that we're all sort of going to just experience these just frequent themes over and over and over again, no matter what age you enter in?
I mean, well, to a point, in the age of Pisces, things are more religious. In the age of Aquarius, things are more spiritual. But this is what I think. I think that you have a spirit destiny, and I think the spirit destiny has to move. And when spirit destiny moves, empires rise and fall. That's how I think it works. There's definitely a spirit destiny, and I believe. I can't say too much. It's an open space. But there's a spirit destiny. I mean, I've talked more about this stuff in gold than anything else.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, and even where we think it might be. I mean, if it's
we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about that publicly, though.
Of course not. But let me ask you this though: do you think that is an artifact of the Matrix, or is that something that might be human made?
Kryptonite to the Matrix. It's not human made. That's nonsense. Humans don't have that ability.
So then it's just about who possesses this thing, and I mean, this.
Yeah, most likely Baron Rothschild. I believe the spirit destiny was in France in 1815.
Do you think that Germany had it before we had it?
Well, of course they did.
And so was that lost? And I think it was possibly like Belgium or It wasn't in Germany at the time.
It was never lost. I mean, if you have a good understanding of history, you can pretty much see where empires rise and fall, and you can see it's pretty much a trail always going west, always going west. So yeah, you can
Gary.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, you notice that you have two people that are being propped up now? Elon Musk and Kanye, right? You got a pig and a snake. Isn't it fascinating?
I mean, I you know what I think is fascinating? That picture with Elon and Musk where they both have orange, which obviously is 33. But you know, without going too much in the numerology of it, well, I mean, fuck it. I could tell us people about 7s and 11s. I mean, that's fine. There's a reason there's a store called 7-Eleven. But listen, you've seen people insert themselves in that picture. You've seen Trump insert himself in that picture, and you've seen Andrew Tate insert himself in that picture. Both those fuckers going down. They fucking picked the wrong energy and the wrong. I was so happy when I saw fucking Tate put himself next to Kanye and Ellen in that picture, because I know what's gonna happen now. You dumb fuck. See, you stole the basics from me, you stupid motherfucker. You never got the fucking good shit. Anyways, go ahead, man.
So my whole point is, I find it very fascinating that they're propping up two big individuals, right? Elon Musk,
but they destroyed Kanye. Kanye was worth $2 billion. He was it 6 weeks ago? He's worth about 50 million now. Next week he might be worth less than me.
But my whole point is this: they're always even back in history, they always prop people up, they take them down. Now, Elon Musk, I'm born the year of the pig. What happens when we get to the year of the snake, right? With him, right?
Yeah, I think you already know what happens.
I already know, right? Let's get to the crypto. The crypto now.
Big House, remember, there's non-GG33 people in here.
I know that. The reason why the cryptos is in slow motion now is because it's getting very mature, and you got the big players in there. And I always told people, and they're probably people who are in cryptos for a long time. I think he's the chairman, CEO of the CME. Remember when Bitcoin went live with their futures? He said, we're going to tame Bitcoin. Okay. And they're going to tame this through the derivatives product. Now, of course, we have derivative products in the other exchanges. But as this gets more mature, you're going to start seeing cryptos becoming very in like slow motion. 2008, 2009, remember they were going batshit crazy. Volatility was crazy. You're going to see less of it now because the big players are coming in there and they're going to tame prices, and it's going to be very hard to navigate stuff, right? Because they know where everything is. They're looking at the order books, social media. That's why it's becoming very difficult in trading these markets now, because they know where all the big orders are, where the shorts are. It's you have to be really smart with this, right? The easy money was made many years ago. Now it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Remember what I told people when 2021 ended? I told them the easy days of making money in crypto are over.
Yeah. And this is a time period, those people who made a lot of money, they're going to take that money from you. That's why you have to be very frugal with your trades now. You can't get crazy, because they're going to take it from you, I mean, look at right now. I mean, in the market, it just is nothing going on the weekend. It's crazy. It just flatline. Now, the question is, what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for the big Fed announcement with the interest rate? Is Powell going to do 50 or 75? Maybe the market's just going to go side. I'm talking about cryptos. Will this thing go sideways? I mean, look at the weekly charts on some of this stuff. It's been going sideways. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean,
So Big House, do you think the smarts
hold
are out of
on,
crypto right now?
hold on. A lot of people don't know this. Big House is my main crypto expert in GG33 Gold. He's one of the only people I talk to, off, and we go back and forth on crypto. He's one of the only ones. As a matter of fact, I can count the people I talk to about financial matters on one hand, and he's one of them. When the man talks, listen. He lives, eats, breathes this shit the same way I do numerology, right? Right, my man?
I can agree
Correct.
with that.
It's with, I think with this whole social media and everybody looking at the blockchain, it's getting very, very difficult to trade these markets because
see what I'm talking about?
There,
hold on. You see what I'm talking about? I just gave this man such nice compliments. He doesn't even say anything. He goes right back into his stuff. I love you, dude.
No, because that's what people want to hear. Okay, we have to go back to the .com. Okay, everybody made a lot of money. I know people who made a shitload of money, and all of a sudden they became broke and they started driving limousines. Okay, this is no joke. Right?
How do you become broke and you drive a limousine?
Well, again, back then in the .com bubble, right? People were day trading. They quit their jobs and they made a lot of money, and they thought it was going to go on forever and ever and ever. And then they pulled a plug, and then now they're just working regular jobs. That was before the internet and everything. That's all. I'm just saying, you're going to see the same thing. You got to be very careful here, right? Because all the glorious days of making fast money, it's not going to happen. Yeah, there might be some, pops here and there, but it's not going to be like those glorious days. You got to be really fucking smart now, because you're going to blow your fucking account and ruin your life, You got big players in there. That's the clue. When you have FTX and stuff, that's a clue. You have big fucking people involved in this game now. They stole. I don't know these people personally, these traders, but they had cash, okay, in the FTX account, just sitting there. It's gone. Who are they going to go to, right? It's fucking gone. So that means that you have major skunks coming in here, and they're just going to steal your money. Got to be very, very careful, folks.
Yeah, the government's not the only scam artist.
Wow.
They're just the biggest one. All right.
So, Big House, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
All right. I think the market is trading sideways until regulation, even something like ISO 27002 takes effect. What are your thoughts on that aspect?
Well, listen, they're good. There will be big regulations. Like I said, the Wild Wild West is over. Okay, you can just tell by the markets are in slow motion compared to when I was trading it back in 2017. Now there are people that were trading this way before then, right? But that was the Wild Wild West, 2017 and up. Yeah, we had some big dumps and stuff like that. I get that, but now you can just feel the market has definitely changed. Because now you have more people talking about the mainstream media, and that's why it's going to be a lot more difficult, folks. Because you got people in there that want to burn you. It doesn't matter if you're shorter or if you're long. Someone wants to burn you. They want to take your money, right?
I mean, that is the point of the market.
And that stuff's been going on, folks, over 100 years. Anytime there's a market, when a market gets mature, someone ends up stepping in there and trying to take your money, right? And some of this technical analysis, it just doesn't seem like it's working like it used to, because they can sense through social media and everything. They know where everybody is. So it's kind of like you want to do the opposite, right? They're just following where all the big money is, and then they're burning that. They do it in the stock market all the time. You look at when people are heavily long options, right? They want to burn those people that are long, puts or calls. Nothing new. So we got to be smarter, And I think right now you have to, there's nothing wrong with just stepping aside, and just weighing things out. I mean, I didn't think that the market would be still way up like it is now. I'm like, obviously they're propping the market up, right? I mean, it's just crazy.
Yo, Big House, what I was thinking is the reason one of the reasons why the market is different right now from like any time in history is because like we're in a point right now where like never before, like they've like, man, what's the word? Like they falsely pump the market so much, like by like printing money and all this stuff, and all of a sudden now, they're realizing, money got in the wrong hands, so they gotta take it all back. So that's why the market's like in a very like sticky situation.
Money's never going in the wrong hands, right? The money's always going into the proper places, right? Just go follow the money.
Well, no. But what I mean by the wrong hands is like in like retailer, consumer, like regular people. You know what I mean? Like they don't want us having this money, so they're trying to take it all back. They gave us all these stimulus checks and all this, and smart people used it to make more money, but they're trying to get all that back.
Yeah, but you needed that. You got to remember, when you have these big hot shots, right? They carry huge bags, right? So they're not like little day traders, right? Getting it out. They need massive pumps, right, to get out of their positions. And that's why they create these manias and stuff, right? To get you and I in this thing, right? Now, when the market has low liquidity and it's going sideways, how the fuck do you think they're going to get out of these? They can't. So that's why they always buy really low when you're puking your positions, right? And as the market keeps going up and up and up, and everybody's all lathered up and everything's good to go to the moon, right? They're selling their bags to the regular simpletons, right? I mean, this is nothing new. This has happened over 100 years ago, right? In every fucking market. So that's why you have to time this and like, where we are in the market. How can I make money? Right now, everything is just kind of just going sideways, right? Now, I had some short positions on cryptos and I'm losing time value, right? Because nothing's going on. You need volatility. So you can be right with the market going down, but you can be wrong because I had to pay up a lot of money based on, my ETF or my options just eroding through time value,
We get it, brother. We get it, brother. Listen, everyone here hopefully knows, the market works like this. It makes something seem obvious and go the other way. That if you understand that one principle of the market, you'll do fine. And they're going to make everything seem obvious, and they're going to do the exact opposite, pull the rug on you.
Correct. Yeah.
Like, for instance, the Fed raising rates, you're thinking, well, hell, if they're raising rates, they can't be pumping money in the economy anymore. They can't be buying bonds anymore, can't be buying stocks anymore. But that's exactly what they did. They're raising rates. Powell's raising rates with the Fed, yet they still dumped $160 billion into the fucking markets last year. In October. $160 billion the Fed pumped into the economy, buying stocks, buying bonds, and the fucking market had its best month ever. They make things seem obvious. They go the other way, and sometimes people get caught with their pants down.
I mean, look at remember the big pump in the agricultural, right? Everything went through the roof, right? Now everything's coming down, right? Remember when, everybody hated Russia and stuff? Oh, the ruble's going down the toilet. That's when you wanted to buy the ruble, and you did it through the crypto exchanges. You bought the Ripple through, not Ripple, but the Russian thing, the ruble, right? You bought the ruble through crypto exchanges because you couldn't buy the currency because they banned it. Remember that? It was very hard.
I actually got like good money in Russia, so I told my people to dump their dollars in March, and they thought also that was crazy. I told them, dump all your American dollars and buy rubles, and I literally had to force these people to do it. But let me tell you something. Even though I haven't touched that money because it's all in Russia, that was my biggest financial come up this year. Wasn't sports betting, wasn't crypto, wasn't making money on classes or GG33. It was the fucking ruble. And I just want to say it's very, very useful knowing people in high places. That's it.
Well, don't think that some of our politicians didn't buy that currency.
Of course they did.
And they did it through the cryptocurrency. You got to remember, the cryptocurrency is allowing not only the criminals, but also our own politicians, right, to get in there. I can't wait down the road when we find out what certain politicians have been dabbling in the cryptocurrency space. That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm willing to bet it's the ones who've been its fiercest opponent. Because, this is what I really think. I think that, say a big player wants to move a crypto. He calls up one of his politicians, whether it be a Democrat or a Republican, tells them to make a tweet against or for crypto, more regulations rest. They have their whole network start retweeting, doing this. All of a sudden people get scared. That's how they make these little pumps and little dubs like every single day. I've seen this stuff for fucking years. They just call the rich people just call their political hacks and they tell them what to tweet. They do. Oh, there's an investigation coming. Oh, oil is going to go up because of this. Gold's going down because of it's all a scam. Every single last bit of it. Let me tell you guys, you might have not been around politicians. I've been around too fucking many. See, the average politician is a little bit above average IQ. We're talking about 120, 110 range. He's smarter than most, but he's not as bright as he thinks he is. And what they do is they get these people in honeypot operations. They get if a guy is alcoholic, they'll get him drunk and they'll make sure they'll find a male prostitute and they'll start taking pictures of them. Or God forbid they find out someone's a pedophile, they'll definitely set him up with a little kid, start taking pictures. They set all these guys up. For instance, I'm telling you right now, I told every single one of these Republicans, stop talking about abortion. Stop talking about abortion. Women are single issue voters. If it's a single mother, she's going to vote for abortion, Democrats. So how did Democrats make that happen? So they have files on every single person on the Supreme Court, dirty files on them. So whenever they want something pushed, they just send the file to, whatever Supreme Court justice they want. And by the way, all the Republicans, they got files on them asses too. And they start saying, well, we need this done. And that's exactly what happened. All of a sudden, when the Republicans are about to take the Congress and take the Senate, all of a sudden the Republicans in the Supreme Court decide, oh, now it's a good time to overturn abortion during the election cycle. Of course, because what's going to happen is that's going to galvanize all those fucking whores on the streets to go fucking exercise their right to vote, to sleep around and murder babies because they can't keep their legs closed. And that's how the Democrats stay in power. It's a beautiful system to watch. And you know what? Now that this guy, Musk, is running around on Twitter, I'm assuming that whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, we got 6 months grace period. That's usually how it went. When Caligula came and he became the Roman emperor, he took over again for Tiberius. And Tiberius was a dictator and a tyrant. And Caligula came in here like a savior. He threw games. He had the gladiators. He had everything. Within 6 months, he turned out to be worse than Tiberius, and he's known as one of the worst fucking Roman emperors ever. He literally killed people for fun. But yet when he came to power, everyone thought he was a savior because the guy he replaced, Tiberius, was a piece of garbage. And Tiberius replaced the greatest Roman emperor of all time, Augustus Caesar. So again, when someone comes to power, there's usually a grace period, maybe 3 months, maybe 9, but you don't really know who that person is. In that period of time, I'm going to expose Donald J. Trump and this little thing they had with. Okay, I am promising everyone right now, Donald J. Trump will not sniff the White House one more time. And you know what? This is a guy who came, who helped him in 2016, who went to his White House in 2020. I will not help this man at all. Not one bit. It's either me or DeSantos. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm a numerologist and astrologer before anything else. And we are not fucking electing a dog to come to power in the dragon year. I told fucking Trump and his people for 6 months. Actually more than 6 months. I said it since February of 2021. And by the way, you can go on the radio and YouTube and you can check this. I said to his people, become Speaker of the House, take the gavel from Nancy Pelosi, and start impeachment proceedings against Biden. They will not be able to come after you because you're Speaker of the House. You'll be shielded. This is what the reply I got back from his people. Trump said it's beneath him. Yeah, all right, brother. It's beneath you. Well, you're not going to fucking be the Republican nominee because Michelle is going to fucking clean your clock, or Big Mike is going to clean your clock in 2024. Because you can say whatever you want about those. That's the most charismatic trans couple in human history. And by the way, those kids aren't theirs, if you haven't figured that out. You know, I loved when they were talking all this bullshit about birth certificates. Did you know Romney wasn't born in America? Neither was John McCain. A lot of American presidents weren't born in America. You want to know why? Because if these guys ever get out of line, they can just say they weren't born in this country. They can invalidate everything they ever did. So many loopholes. So many things that people just need to talk about and need to know about. But you know what? Let's go back to crypto and Big House now, because I can go long on tangents, my man.
Well, hold on. Let me go look at the betting site. So if you want to bet on Michael to win the Democratic presidency, would be plus 2,500. All right, that's Bovado. If you're
25 to 1.
Yeah, that's it. So if you believe in her or him or whatever, then
I already have my bets in the UK. $10.
Well, I'm just saying for people like, oh, let me have a little fun, right?
Hey, Big House. Did you see that 20-team parlay that someone hit in gold?
I've been showing a lot of people $1, right?
Yeah. Everyone thinks
$2.
Everyone thinks
$2. Yeah. That's my bet, $2.
Yeah, see, everyone know if that was Big House, it would be $2. So that was not Big House who hit that. The person who hit that parlay, which was essentially a 20-teamer, asked me to rename nameless. So I will honor what they asked me to. But it wasn't me, it wasn't Brian, it wasn't Eric, because we would have been flexing that shit. So it was obviously someone who doesn't want their names out there, and I will respect that. But yeah, dude, fucking $1 into 20K.
Yo, G, were those your picks though?
Some of them.
Damn, that was a good hit.
I knew somebody who put a $50 parlay, and he made $30,000. And he worked for a big company, and he tried to get his money. It was DraftKings, right? DraftKings sent the money to their bank account. The bank account said no, and he couldn't get paid from his job because they locked him out. And I was like, wait a minute, like everybody knows DraftKings, right? But it was such a large amount of money. And he put $50 down to make $30,000. This guy or whoever it was put $1 down and made $20,000. That's unbelievable, folks.
That's why I don't fuck with these DraftKings or these FanDuels or all this other crap. I just have my casinos. I have people who run. I've never had a casino tell me I can't cash a ticket. I've never had a casino do anything like that. If I have to fucking cash out for $500,000 or cash out for $50K, they always got their money. I don't fuck around with these DraftKings or all this other, or Costa Rica or whatever the fuck it is. No, I'm like the fucking Italians. I want my fucking money right away.
Now, Gary, let me ask you this. When you were gambling, right, and you went to the, and wherever it was, right, was there any time when they didn't have the money on the premise when you went there?
Yes.
Now, is that against the law for them?
No. They would just tell me it's a small location. Like, for instance, if you fuck William Hill, William Hill has big locations and small locations. So if you go to Vegas and you hit them for like $100K, not every William Hill is going to be able to cover that. So it'll tell you where to go. So that's like one example. Another example is if you're in Caesars and you hit like I've hit the reel for over 150Ks at least 20 times. So, sometimes they have to wait and get the money from the main cashier, but no, they always got the money, bro. There is one place I'll never forget these motherfuckers. It was in Pennsylvania. I forgot what it was called, but they were charging like $600 for a hotel room. Really, really fancy place. And I mean, $600 for a fucking room. I'm like, what the fuck? But regardless, I went down there. I put in I don't know, about 30K that day, and I hit him for 80. But I was like one hit away from hitting for about 120K or something like that. Anyways, I went down there the next day to collect my money, and these motherfuckers took a while. I'm like, well, what's going on here? And then the manager came up to me. He's like, well, you know what? We have a rule here that we can't, you can't win more than 100,000. And if that ticket would have won, we wouldn't have paid you because it would have been more than 100,000. I looked at this fool. I'm like, you know what I would have fucking done if you didn't cash a ticket. But they did threaten that one time, telling me it's in their rules. No one can't win more than 100K. I'm like, how come someone didn't tell me that when I placed the tickets? I'm like, you're crazy as fuck. You think I'm not fucking cashing out my tickets? But that was like one time it happened. One time. It's never been anything like that.
But even in Vegas, in order for them, right, to start if some big whales come in, right, and they place their bets, don't they have to have the money on the premise just in case those whales win and they come in to right? Isn't there some regulations there? Remember during the COVID situation? Things were very lax back then. Remember that?
Here's the thing, Big House. I'm like a counterfeit baller. Like, I'm a baller, compared to almost everyone in here. But to real ballers, I'm still counterfeit. So I don't know. Like, I've never made $1 million bet, dude. The most I ever bet in one day was probably 150K. So I don't know what happens if you bet $1 million. I've never been there, nor has anyone I've been around, because when I'm around people, I'm the big gambler. So I have no idea what happens. I mean, honestly, I don't know too many people who throw down the type of money I throw down gambling. So I don't know, Big House. And by the way, I hope you guys recorded me saying that, because I really don't say that too often.
Yo, now, Gary, well, let me ask you about Big Mac, right? He made what, 75 million, probably one of the now. I was kind of wondering, like, are they going to make this guy win, right? Houston, because that's like a lot of money, right? He put it in, I think, over the summer, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, but he's lost huge bets like that too, man. You're talking about the guy in Houston, right?
Yeah, but Mac, the match.
But what he does
himself out.
Okay, I'll give you an example. I know Dan Gilbert very well. Son of a bitch, got a stroke and he's knocked out. He's one of the only people in my life I've ever hexed. Fuck you, you motherfucker. I'm happy you're fucking struggling right now, you piece of fucking shit. Anyways, moving on. He made one of those March Madness deals one time where he said he was gonna give someone $1 billion if they had a perfect bracket. Now, Dan Gilbert's probably worth about $2-3 billion, so he can't really afford to give away $1 billion if someone wins. So he went to Warren Buffett, and he gave Buffett $10 million to ensure that if anyone won the billion, that Warren Buffett pays and not him. And obviously Buffett took the bet because that's a free $10 million to him. So there have been cases like that, but I don't know of other situations.
Yo, G, What do you have like personal limits on how much you would ever bet, no matter how much money you got?
I mean, I won $1 million a month in May of 2001. I have not repeated that before. I have not repeated it since. I have limits on how much I can lose a month. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, that I do. Like, listen, I don't know about you guys, but I've had 100K losses in a month. Now, some of you guys might commit suicide. You did some shit like that, but I just smoke my blunt, go to sleep, because I'll make it more when I get up. No matter what, you know, you just gotta know how to make money, guys. You really have to know how to make money, and it doesn't matter if you're making money in the stock market, in crypto, and forex, and sports gambling. You got to know how to make money, and the numerology and astrology helps. The fact of the matter is, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. You know, I had the Yankees to win the World Series this year. That did not work out. But does that make me a fraud? No. I had the Warriors. They were plus 900. I had the Rams. And I had Colorado, and they all won. So I'm not perfect, guys. I never claimed I was perfect. My only claim to fame is I'm better than everyone else. That's it.
Facts.
I need to coin that one, don't I, phrase? Never heard anyone else use it.
We'll get it on a T-shirt for you.
Now, Gary, if you look in the future,
if that happens, then Tate will steal it.
Gary, now if you look in the future, right? What do you think is going to be next Ponzi scheme?
Well, obviously
there's always a Ponzi scheme. Right?
I know. You know, I'm always curious because you know these you have to watch the people out on Twitter. See, that's a perfect reaction. Watch what the people are hustling on Twitter, because I mean, listen. I remember arguing with Mark Cuban about NFTs. I'm like, listen, dude, I don't understand all this fucking shit you're telling me. And I know you're going to tell me I'm stupid, but this looks like a scam to me. I don't understand how someone can own a picture when someone can just screenshot the same picture. What kind of fucking ownership is this? And they're telling me this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, you're trying to make me feel like I'm stupid because I understand all those bullshit fucking phrases you're making, but I know what a scam is. So, in all honesty, I think people are going to start jumping into our field. Numerology, astrology. I think people are going to start jumping into there because, people are starting to notice, during recession, that's like the only thing that doesn't go down. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the recession-proof business. As a matter of fact, business goes up. I'm working like a fucking slave now, and business is way fucking up. So I don't care if it's a recession or not. My business goes up, but I think that I'm starting to feel the frauds coming in to my line of work, where they think they could pull something like this off. You know, Numbers Energy is still trying to hustle people. He's out there offering his classes for $3,000, even though he doesn't have 2 cents to his name. I kept telling that motherfucker, you're not going to be able to do anything. But I'm really happy that he went from making $100,000 a year to less than 10, and now he's back in poverty. And that's what happens when you fuck with snakes. Keep telling people.
So all these, I remember back during the mania in cryptos, and you know, I'm not going to name names, but I know people that are listening know the people, right? And they made a lot of money. Is because, you know, when you have a mania going up, a bull market, everything fucking goes up. It happened in the .com, and happens in all fucking manias, the Beanie Babies, the Cabbage Cat fucking doll, whatever it is, right? And, you know, people were contributing money for advice, you know, on air, you know, give me $20, $15, and they made a lot of money. And they thought it was going to go on forever and ever and ever, and it never does. That's why I always tell people, when you're in a bull mania, right? Don't be a schmuck, right? Just, you got to think like the ant, right? Ants are always thinking wintertime in the summertime, right? Because they know the winter time's coming, right? So these people think that the summertime is going to go on forever and ever and ever. And then all of a sudden now they're complaining because they don't have the viewership and all that. I'm like, yeah, because, you know, the mania is over. Now you have to be really fucking smart, right? So, that's why I'm saying it.
You're telling a whole bunch of stupid people to be smart.
Well, no, I'm saying is all you have to do is just smarten up a little bit, right? Because a lot of people think this stuff is going to go on forever, and you can talk to any old timer and every fucking mania way back 100 years ago. It's the same shit. Maybe different things are going on, but it's the same fucking human beings, all lathered up and woo, right?
I remember when I used to go hard against the Bitcoin people in 2017 when I called the top. I was just laughing at them all through 18. I never thought I would see people more connected to anything else than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's like a religion to these people. Any little bit of good news, posted here. I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm not going to lie to people. I don't like those folks. But when I met XRP people, oh my God, they're putting the Bitcoiners to shame, and I didn't think that was possible. I've never met such arrogant people, know-it-alls in my life, and these are, by the way, the dumbest people in the fucking world. That is just like the market. The elite are making things seem obvious that everything is going to go toward XRP. They make it seem like it's so obvious. They're dropping clues, and these people are fucking biting it like fish on a fucking hook. XRP is probably going to be one of the biggest collapses in human history. And if you don't understand that you can't spell fucking Ripple without lie, I'm going to be very honest. And I don't care how this sounds. I will enjoy your fucking suffering, and I will enjoy you guys losing a lot of money, because I've never seen such arrogant, pompous assholes. And again, I consider myself an arrogant motherfucker, but these people, they just take the cake. You can't tell them anything. I even have people in my group who fucking talk about this goddamn garbage. It's something else, man. I'm just telling people right now. It got delisted from Coinbase. Ha ha ha. My coins are still there, but not XRP.
Well, I got to tell you. So when XRP, remember, went over, I think near $3 or something, and then it crashed and went all the way down. I was like, all right, let me buy some XRP as a goof. And I think I bought it at like 30 cents. Okay. And I sat on it, Gary, for fucking years. Yeah, and remember, I bought Ethereum at $75 back in 2017, and I rode that thing right up. I sold, in the 3,000, 4,000s, and then when it started coming down, I thought it was going to go even higher, right? Remember, they popped the bubble, right? But what did XRP do? It didn't do anything. It went up to maybe a dollar, and it came down. I bought it. I doubled my money. Okay, that's it. That's all I did. It didn't go to these crazy numbers. Like, it didn't even go to the all-time high, which is the $3 range. It never went back up there again. But Ethereum went to all-time highs. Litecoin and what else? And just Bitcoin. Everything went up, but that fucker didn't go up. So that was a clue. It's just being suppressed. There's too much Ripple out there. There's too much supply. Scam.
Too many sheeps out there.
Yeah, but I bought it. I mean, listen, I bought it and I doubled thing. It went, I doubled my money, which is nothing. It should have went over to $3.
You rode the wave. You rode the wave, and you got some.
It was a pathetic wave. What it was, I didn't really, at the whole point, I didn't make any money because my money was sitting in there for years and years.
So what do you think? You think you can get a 40-1 like you did on Ethereum every time? Come on now.
Well, if I didn't have my money in XRP, I could just put more money into Ethereum, which, as we knew, went all the way up to 4,000 and stuff, right?
Oh, I called that top perfectly, didn't I?
Yeah,
I called that fucker perfectly. You know what, man? All you people who say I'm a fraud and all this other stuff, me and Big House saved GG33 hundreds of millions of dollars. Flat out. And Big House, I'm not sure if people were emailing you and telling you this, but me and you really did save a lot of people's asses. We really did, brother. We really did. All right. I need to make a quick phone call to somebody who's a member. Noel. And Big House, please take over. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I need to take this phone call, though.
Make me a co-host so I can bring people up.
Yes, sir.
All right, Noel, what do you think?
Did you get it, Noel?
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay, well, now look at this. The steak is taking off. He's leaving 2 pigs in charge. Peace.
Oh, Big House is a pig. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know Big House was a pig. I'm a pig too.
So what do you think, Noel, with all this?
I'm definitely gonna have to do a calling when I get back. Anyways, bye guys.
Yeah, what do you think about the? I thought there might be some. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Honestly, I think, like, you got to remember too. You know, we're in like holiday season, so you know some people might be stepping away because of that.
Well, that's when you hit the markets, right? When people are away.
Yeah, I know, but remember, like, Christmas is like, you know, one of the big ass holidays around here, and they want, you know, they want people buying stuff. So if they see that the market is going down, nobody's gonna be really buying stuff like that. You know what I mean? So they're trying to keep it mellow, keep people happy until then. Once Christmas is over, you know, we might see some change in that.
Well, then I worry about the stock market because, you know, we might have a little Santa Claus rally into the end year, and then next year you got to watch the stock markets. If the stock market starts rolling over, oof, you know, what's going to happen with crypto, right? Let's suppose we have crypto pumping up, right? You know, the real question is you got to look at let's look at the weekly chart here and Bitcoin, right? I mean, this thing is just slithering around for weeks here, right? It hasn't even gone back to 20 grand. So the question is, what is it going to get up to 20 grand? Even if you get to 20 grand, look at all that overhead supply up there, right? It's just like crazy.
I think it's not impossible before Christmas time for it. I think there's a small chance, but I mean, the way things are looking right now, it's hard to tell.
Well, listen, if we have a pump right now, okay, in the next, you know, until the end of the year, and if it can, Bitcoin can only go up to say 21 grand, right? I don't know what's going to happen with the other, you know, cryptos like Ethereum, Litecoin, and all that stuff, right? But if Bitcoin just ends up stopping with all that overhead shit up there, and it can't get through 20 grand, 21, 22, and you see some of these other shit coins really rallying, you want to get out of the shit coins, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just going to poo out. I mean, right? I mean, they can't keep going up unless Bitcoin can get up to 30 grand. Now, the question is, how can Bitcoin go up to, say, 30 grand? Well, that would mean that there must be some sort of change in the monetary system, like Powell, right? The question is, we went through history where they pivoted, and then down the road, well, the market took a big dump. So this could be a setup. Who knows? But I think, you know, I won't be surprised if the market dances until the end of the year to the upside, and then we'll have to see what happens after the new year, right? Maybe that's when they pull the plug.
Yeah, I don't think we're seeing 30K until we see a legit bottom.
No, because I mean, this thing is still stuck in the mud. I mean, I always told people this: the stock market, I think at the end of October, rallied like S&P and Dow. Well, Dow has gone, you know, batshit crazy. Yet Bitcoin is still at what, 18,900 or 16,900?
Yeah, I was gonna say 18.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Wouldn't that thing should easily be at 25, 30,000 with the massive rally in the stock market. So there's something going on there. Somebody doesn't believe something that's going on.
You know what's been going up though? Zcash. Zcash has been going up.
Yeah, but of course, you're going to have these, you know, these moves here and there, but you got to look at the bigger trend, because if Bitcoin ends up pooing out here and does end up going down to, you know, 11K, 12K, right? What's going to happen to your Zcashes and everything else? They're going to get hit hard.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Now, the guy from TRI, what's his name, Brian, right? He had a big chart where the cost of production, meaning mining, and he had a great graph there. And I think the last time I saw it, it was like 8 grand, 9 grand, 10, and 11, 12.
Yeah,
that's where basically if we go down to that area, that means that they're probably going to protect that area. That's the cost of production, meaning for the miners in Bitcoin. If we go below that, they'll probably turn the machines down because it's not profitable for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, are they even profitable right now? Because I know.
Well, they are, because apparently Brian at TRI, he says that's where their numbers are. So as long as Bitcoin is above 8, 9, 10, 11 or whatever, they are doing pretty good. Once we get down there, then they're going to have to figure out like, hey, is it worth, having these machines on in terms of the electricity?
Yeah. Once we see that hit, then shit's going to get real.
That's why I was kind of figuring that they might hit that
last
month, but they didn't.
And so the price of electricity is going to go up during the winter.
Well, I don't know. First of all, I didn't know where these miners are. He was just doing a big, scope across the world, right? Because we know people can mine this stuff for like nothing, right? In parts of the world. So I'm just telling you, those seems to be the safe zones. Like if there is a big dump in the market, I would have some, some buys down there, right? Now, if we get below that, if there's an oh shit moment, then we're probably going to go back to those lows back that we saw at like 3,100 or something Bitcoin.
Yep,
that would be the oh shit moment. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be overnight, but I'm just giving you the possibilities.
Yeah, it's definitely coming though. I'll tell you.
It's like with all the news, Bitcoin cannot go up. Now, yeah, we've seen some rallies in certain cryptos and stuff, but and everything. So I don't know why anybody would want to do any business in New York.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true, but it's kind of like the financial center right now.
Who cares? Yeah, but you got big miners down in Texas. Who gives a fuck about New York? That's what I was
gonna say.
Who cares? New York is insignificant. Yeah, no, the big miners. You have to forget about New York. The big miners, okay, are not in fucking New York. All right, they're in other parts of the world. You have Texas or whatever. You guys can do all the research. They're not in fucking New York.
Yeah, but it's strange though, because as a state, you would think you would want people that are making money there because you're going to get that money in tax and whatever.
I don't care. They want to destroy the state. It's very obvious. All these blue states are obviously plundering the system down, and then when the place goes down to basically zero, the good guys will come in, buy everything up cheap. They've done this, guys, like for the last 100 years. In these big cities. That's why they're doing this in certain cities.
Who do you think's going to be the next financial capital? Miami?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, listen, New York will never go away. I mean, listen, back in the 70s, right? Ed Koch took the place down, right? Rudy came in, cleaned it up, and then he built it up, and now we're back down to the toilet again. So that's how they make their money. They prop it up and they take it down. Look what's going on in San Francisco, right? I mean, it's a shithole. But there will be a point where the bottom will be in there, and then if you're smart enough, if you can handle all the shit, you buy up everything cheap, and then they're going to build it up.
Yeah, today's times, you got to either be smart or in GG33.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's like, if you have like a child or something, that's like 5 years old, right? I would wait until they plunger these big cities, buy some real estate, put it in your kid's name, and then when they're 40 years old, they're like, holy mackerel, right?
Yeah, I
And
think
all you have to do is go look at the history. Everybody has Google. Everybody has everything. Go look at the history. They do this, booms and busts and stuff. You just have to make sure that they're in the right cycle. If you're not in the right cycle, yeah, you got to get your ass handed to you.
I don't know. I feel like things have happened in the past in history, but I feel like this time is different, bro. Like when I can't recall a time where they had like a COVID, you know what I mean, where they did lockdowns. And
no, they
stuff.
did have it. They had it was called the Spanish flu.
Okay.
They had people walking around with masks back then. Listen, they have these resets apparently, right? I mean, if you go look overseas in these beautiful buildings, why can't we do those buildings again, right?
It was
because
all
we
lost.
had because it was an advanced civilization, and they had resets, and they got rid of those people, and that's why they're trying to, they don't want people. I think it comes down to the vibrational energy of people, and they want to keep it to a certain level. If it gets too high, right, people become more awakened, and they can't control them. Definitely. So that's why they have these resets. I mean, just go look at the buildings. I mean, right? I mean, how do those fucking buildings overseas come, right? We can't do it.
Yeah, like
not even if we tried, we couldn't do it today.
Huh. So I mean, the
proof's they definitely can do it. They definitely can do it. It's just they
maybe they can, but maybe they don't want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like we can build coliseums like here and stuff, but they don't.
But we would be imitating because we don't even know what those things were. They are very much stripped down. It's obvious they're stripped down. They stripped what they could. They left the edifices there, and most of these things were discovered. I mean, think about it. Do you really buy the story that Salt Lake City just made those massive buildings in downtown Salt Lake? In the space of like 60 years? Really? No. That Salt Lake was discovered. There was already a city there.
Yeah, listen. All I know is that they're trying to dummy people down. I mean, it's very obvious. They're trying to keep everybody down. Doesn't matter who you are, white, black, Indian, Asian, doesn't matter, right? They're all trying to keep you down. They don't want you to be sharp and smart and and on the whip. They want to keep you in fear. This is nothing new, guys.
Yeah, the evils that run this world, they know what's going on, and they don't want the ones with souls escaping this realm, because if they can't escape, then they know they're trapped here, and that's what they
now
want.
It's a lot easier because now they have the technology, because everybody's walking around with a goddamn cell phone, right? So now it's so easy to enslave people, right? It's very easy.
Cell phones and TVs.
Oh, lightning win. Eric, go cash that bitch. Sorry.
We talking about how
it's done by not breastfeeding the kids.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's breastfeeding, but they're using technology to lower it's all vibrational. So if you feel like you're a soul having a human experience and you're vibrational, right? How can I fuck with you? Lower your vibrational level, meaning through fear, through technology with the towers and all this shit, and food and shit food and chemicals, right? That lowers your vibration.
Yeah.
Having sex with a whole bunch of people too.
Well, I know. Well, I know you go down that road. I'm just talking about the regular fucking road in life, I mean, so there's nothing you can do. I mean, it is what it is. And you know what? You signed up for this. Everybody signed up for this. And, it's a big test to see what you and I are made of. That's it. It's a big fucking soul test to see what you and I are made of. That's it.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Yo, speaking on this topic, I want to ask you, G, do you ever think, like, when it comes to numerology, because the elites use it, like we see them that they use it, but do you ever think that it could just be the Matrix, like, puppeteering these people to like
The-
put those messages out there?
No. The Matrix don't. No. The elite just know more about the Matrix than most people. That's it.
Okay.
They're all stuck in here like us.
Gary, let me talk to you about the Ravens game.
What
Remember the
about
last
it?
Ravens game?
I didn't watch
That
it,
really
but go
pissed
ahead.
me off. Well, I did. I watched it. Oh yeah. So no. If I had a baseball bat, I probably would have hit the TV in the bar.
What the
that I
hell
was
did
at.
you lose? $2? You're gonna break a TV?
No, I didn't get greedy. Right. You got to remember the spread was big. Right. I just did the money line. And remember, they tied up and everything, and they end up losing by 1 point. See, this is why I hate fucking sports.
I lost that game. I lost that game. I know.
Fucking scam. There's no doubt about it. You know why? Because a lot of people had a lot of money on the Ravens. See, I always talk about technology and everything. See, they know where all the big money is, right? Now, I'm not saying they're doing it with every game, but that game, I was like, really? They scammed a lot of people.
Let me ask you, Big House, how much did you lose on that?
I put $100 down.
Whoa, okay. I see why you're mad. $100. Wow.
That was a straight bet?
Wow. And you did a straight bet on the money line, so you're probably getting about 40 back if they win.
No, actually, no. I put the bet on when the game was going on. I waited.
Did a live bet. See, he's smart.
Yeah.
Try to get a couple extra.
Got screwed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, dude.
That's what pissed me off. And everybody that I was watching, they were like, "That's bullshit." They were like, "That the game had to be fixed," and they don't know anything about fixing. See, people know when things are fucked up and fixed.
How do you make 75 into 4,000 on Ethereum, but you get mad at losing $100, dude? I just find that funny, man.
That's why I hate fucking sports, because it's in your face. It's in your face. That's what pisses me off.
It was
Big House, you're more upset about losing the $100 than I lose when I lose 10K.
Now Gary. You know when you bet some of these games, there's some trickery and fuckery.
Of course there is. Of course there is. There's no doubt about it. Listen,
and they lost by one fucking point. One point, Gary.
I understand one thing above everything else. I understand one thing about everything else. The world is a stage. That's it.
JoJo and Alex.
Oh shit!
I'm not liking the vibe going on.
What's up, JoJo and Alex?
That's why with this whole crazy sports betting, especially with NFL. I mean, it really is entertainment. I mean, I think somebody way back then tried to sue. I think it was the New York Giants or the New York Jets franchise, and he went to like the Supreme Court, and they said, "No, it's all entertainment." What they sue him for?
Impersonating a football team?
No, he tried to sue the team for whatever, and they said, "No, it's all entertainment. The game is." And then if you look at the back, it's all entertainment, right? We don't owe you a game. Like if you buy the tickets, right? We don't owe you a game. It's all, look at the back of the tickets and everything. That's why I'm like, NFL is like one of the biggest piece of shit sports. I fucking hate it,
It's a monkey sport. What do you expect, to be honest?
It's fucking,
Come on, man. It's a monkey sport. You can't expect a monkey sport, to be honest.
That's why you have to go to like NHL and baseball. But then when you get to the end,
you trust the snakes, huh?
Well, listen, what kind of sports? There's only so many fucking sports.
Look at this. I'm in a Muslim and Christian Jewish family, and we got the Christmas tree going. Multicultural. See, everyone's multicultural.
Is it a real tree or a fake tree?
Baby, is this real or fake? Real. See, baby. No, my baby won't buy no fake tree. Let me do the smell test. Okay.
What are Christmas trees? Are they're like pine trees?
Yeah. What kind of tree is this, baby?
This is
A fir tree. heard of such a thing in my life.
Dude, get a Noble for those are gorgeous. But yeah, your wife's on point.
Oh yeah, I just googled it.
Look at this. See, they're already complimenting you, man. I can't get a compliment out of these people in an hour, but 5 minutes with you. Oh man. Okay.
Now, Gary, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
I know your favorite place is the Rio. When I was there, I hated that fucking place. Remember we went through the Cobates? I fucking hate that place.
Shocking.
Now,
you didn't like the Snake Casino.
Well, yeah. Now the presidential suite was up there. Yeah, it was great. But if somebody wanted to go to Vegas, right? Is there another presidential suite which is kind of like that in terms of like the cost or whatever?
No,
nothing. That's it. The crop. Oh.
Well, I mean, you can go to MGM. You can go to MGM, but it's going to be a lot smaller. There is no, dude. I don't think you understand how hard it is to get that place. Like, I literally have to call people and make reservations and demand shit and spit game. It is not easy to get that penthouse rooftop with a pool. I mean, there's only literally 2 like that on the Rio, and I would not stay in almost any other room in the Rio unless they put me in the Palazzo and the Britney Spears suite. But no, dude, that's you're not getting another suite like that. Honestly, if you were to pay for that thing, they want at least 5 to 10 racks a night, dude. Like, I'm gonna fucking pay for that shit, man. Got me fucked up. But you remember how good? I think it was. No, we went there. The last time we had a really big GG33 thing was in the Ox year 2000. Shit. Yeah, Ox year 2021, and man, we robbed their ass.
Yeah, we
straight up robbed their ass. I left Vegas with that trip with like $400K.
But why don't they redo those rooms? Like because
it's off the strip. They don't want to spend money on it.
Yeah, but it's like being like Miami Vice in there. It's like the 80s,
Well, they've done a cost, analysis, and they've decided that they can make more money like that than they can fixing the shit. So what do I care? Like, I'm staying in the fucking dumpy rooms on the 13th or 8th floor. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm in the penthouse. By the way, that's the only, like, if I go to Caesars where real fucking ballers are, they're not going to give me the penthouse there, but in Rio, I can get it. Because like I said, I'm a counterfeit baller. Like, compared to all you guys, I'm a baller. But compared to real ballers, I'm counterfeit.
And those rooms, yeah, they're not like modern, but they're fun as hell. Like, we had a ball in that. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, I get that room every time I go. And if I can't get that room, I won't go. I mean, I'd rather go to fucking Atlantic City and be by the fucking beach if I can't get that room.
Yo, Big House, you might have a better time staying at Planet Hollywood. It's a pig hotel.
Yeah, he knows that, dude.
I know where. You know where I stay.
Listen.
I stay at the fucking Link. That's the pig place. The Link. It's got a great fucking location right in the fucking heart of it. The Link.
Yeah, fuck that place, man. Fuck that place, man. Oh, man, I remember being there with you in 2017. I couldn't fucking win a hand. I could have won a hand to that fucking place. Oh, I hated that place.
Yep. I remember that.
But it's okay. It's okay. Because remember, I had a whole bunch of money on the Washington Capitals, and everyone had their money on the Las Vegas Knights. Remember, I was the only one cheering, like, go Cap. Everyone was mad at me.
because we sat outside. See, if you sat inside a Link, you've been fucked. We sat outside and see the energy. See, it was that. I remember that. Everybody, you were like, yeah.
I was talking mad shit to people.
I remember that. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
I was talking. See, that's what people don't know about me. They think I'm just like this on the phone or on Spaces. If you're with me, no. I'm no keyboard warrior. I fucking tell people exactly what I think in their fucking face. I'm not like all you other people here who fucking put up a big persona and then when they'll fucking tell me and they'll come in my DMs. I'm gonna whoop your ass when I see you. I see this person. Yo, what's up, dude? Can I take a picture? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, and please do not come up to me and ask to take a picture with me. All right, I do not like that shit.
God. I remember that night. We were sitting there, and then you were winning, and then you're like, yeah. And you got to remember, the whole crowd is basically on the other side, and Gary's the only one
We're
going,
in Vegas,
fuck you.
we're in Vegas, and I'm betting against the Knights, and they want to win a championship, and I'm over there talking shit to them. I think I almost got in a fist fight by the end of the night.
People kind of, kept cool. There was no problem. You were just the only one going, yeah.
Of course I was the only one, man, because I was winning. They all lost.
Yeah, well, you got to go with the system, So
System has been effective.
Yeah, well, you can't be attached to these fucking teams,
And when have you ever seen me attached to these teams? Never.
Especially with all the fucking monkey games that goes on with all the fixes and stuff. You can't be attached to these teams because it's some of this shit's rigged, the magnets and stuff. You can't make that stuff up, folks. I mean, it's an indoor coliseum, and all of a sudden the ball, a professional athlete at the 20-yard line, it goes straight, and all of a sudden goes like that. Come on, folks. There's no win.
So a professional football player who's retired, who's in GG33, told me he saw the refs injecting the football with something before the game. Oh. And I'm only assuming there was metal particles, so they have magnets in the fucking goalpost, and that's how that shit happens. The thing is, man, not everyone's stupid. Of course, you got a lot of Black Lives Matter supporters and communists and liberals, but not everyone's stupid. We will figure it out. That's the whole point, man. And you know what? We might not be able to change the world. We might not be able to do everything we want to. But, one thing is, we die knowing. We die knowing who runs the world, the Rothschilds. We die knowing it's a matrix. And most other people come on, let's get rid of the background noise, people.
Yo, mute your mic, Karan.
Okay.
You can't, with all this technology, you figure people would figure that stuff out, right? Mute.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go down to a listener. Oh shit! Logic in here. We got a treat. One of the biggest geniuses in GG33 has arrived.
Yo, some reason the Spaces is. I think Elon fucked up Spaces because a lot of people can't request to come up.
Yeah, I've seen a few people saying that.
No, it's not Spaces. It's my Spaces.
No, but I've seen it in other spaces too.
Really?
Elon was on Spaces. He had like 100K in there, and I think it just overloaded the server.
I listened to it. I remember one question when someone asked him, Elon, what are you going to do about freedom fighters in China? That motherfucker avoided that question so fucking fast.
Of course. Somebody also asked him a question.
He's been told. He was
cut off. There was somebody asked him a hard question, and all of a sudden he cut off and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, folks. Listen. Elon Musk, go look at his history. Look at his family, where he came from. That's all you need to know. I know he's a pig like me, but come on, folks. This guy just come out of nowhere. I got a lot of money from Obama."
Gave him a lot of money in 2010. But don't just give people money. And they always come with strings attached to that.
Well, you know what it is? They're propping up a white. Isn't it amazing they're against whites here, but they're now propping up a white South African. Can't make it up, folks. Look at his family. I mean, these people just didn't pop out of nowhere.
I mean, someone has to play the role of controlled opposition.
Of course, but you know what? It's just so funny that you have two guys on the stage now that are making news. You got Elon, and then you have Kanye. Yep. You can't make it up. A white and a black, and then you can't make this up. You have to be living this fucking crazy George Carlin, like he said. It's just fucking crazy. I mean, it's a fucking clown show.
I mean, listen, Ye went a little bit too far with his praise for Hitler, running around with this fucking tiger. What's his name? Nick Fuentes. I'm listening to this guy Fuentes, and I'm just looking at him. I'm like, okay, you don't have any charisma. You seem like you're educated on history. Okay, good for you, but you're not very articulate with the way you're saying it. He looks like a fucking poor man's, Ben Shapiro, but he doesn't have anywhere near the skill. So I'm thinking, why is he around this guy? It doesn't make any sense. And Ye really fucked up, man. I mean, I kind of feel, I almost feel responsible, because if I would have got a hold of this guy and just talked to him, I know I could have fucking turned him. There's no snake I've never talked to I couldn't fucking show the light to. But I mean, my God,
has he ever
man.
been on the Alex Jones show before?
I think that was his first appearance.
Okay, so he's playing a role. Listen, they're all playing a role here. Come
Agreed.
on, guys. I mean, it's so in your face now. And the guys, he had that black thing in his face. Come on, I mean, they're laughing at us. They're fucking laughing at everybody.
No, that's just to protect his brand, bro. His face is a brand.
That was a Balenciaga mask though too.
The whole thing.
How come no one brings up that there's the word CIA in Balenciaga? Why does no one bring that up?
Exactly. Yes.
Why am I always have to be the first one to bring some shit like that up? I waited 2 days for someone to bring some of that shit up. No one. So I fucking posted it.
I don't put anything on social media. Nothing.
Well, I know not you, but I'm talking about like all these other people who say they're so smart. No one. Man, listen. I had. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I was gonna put someone on blast, but decided not to.
The main point is this: is that we have these people that just come out of nowhere and they're stirring up the pot. The fact of the matter is, Donald Trump is the first guy that, yeah, take those jabs, right? He's a fucking asshole. Sorry, guys. He's a fucking asshole. Now, he might be the lesser of evil, but he told people, go take the jabs. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
I told people from the very beginning. You know what, man? I'm thinking I want to do a podcast just on. You know what? Yeah. I want to do a podcast just on. You know what? I'm shutting off this Spaces. I'm going to restart it in 10 minutes. I'm going to start fucking telling the Brock story. I want everyone to record this shit, put it all over. I'm about to fucking go through the whole 9 yards with this guy. People have, you know what, man? Fuck Trump. He's too stupid to realize what he even did to him. You know what? 10, 15 minutes. I'm starting new Spaces. That one's going to be recorded. Any last words from anybody?
Yeah, back then when I think it was Larry King or somebody interviewed Donald Trump, and he admitted, he goes, I'm more of a Democrat. You gotta remember, way back then, he was on all these shows, talk shows. Everybody in Hollywood loved him, right? Howard Stern. And then all of a sudden, mysteriously, everybody turned on him. He's just playing a fucking role, folks. You know?
I agree.
Just like all those fucking. Now the question is he a good guy or a bad guy? Now we know John F. Kennedy. He was a fucking good guy, right? He was probably bullshitting, but we don't really know until the end if someone's really a good guy or not, because there's a lot of pressure, in that inner circles, So I get it, but I'm waiting.
You know how Kanye's playing a role is because he's still alive with the amount of shit he said.
No, I disagree. I don't think they kill people anymore. I think that's what they used to do. They did that with Malcolm X. And after Malcolm X was killed, the Black Panthers were formed. And they have decided that it's better to humiliate people publicly, shame his fucking fans, instead of putting a bullet in people and martyring them. So I disagree with that one.
I won't disagree with that. That's true as well. But what I think what it really is like, yeah, like Big House said, everyone is playing a role. So I feel like the stuff that he's saying that's what they want out there. They don't care that he's saying the shit that he's saying. It's when it comes to the point where he says some shit they don't want nobody to know, that's when he might die. That's what I think.
Well, but they can't
But he
do
wouldn't
that
do
because
that.
you got that's an old script. That's an old script, right? Like Gary says, how do you take a country down from within? You take it down not through bombs or whatever. Same thing with an individual, right? You don't kill them. You just kill them through financially embarrassing them, right? That's what you do. Like look at Alex Jones,
You kill the
right?
character.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you just drag them through the mud. So
I
then
had
you put it
another
all
Monica
through
Bellucci
the
dream.
media, social
I had
media. It doesn't matter if the person's right or wrong. It doesn't matter. They just destroyed your name and your family and your bloodline. You know.
That's definitely it. Okay, guys, we're shutting this down. Big House.
Monica looked
Let's
past me.
do crypto one specifically based off crypto because in all honesty, 90% of these clowns on crypto lost money, and I think GG33 is the only one who actually was in the green this year when it comes to crypto. I mean, everyone lost. Andrew Tate lost $60 million on crypto this year, by the way, in case no one knows about that. Top G, fucking bitch. Anyways, I'm shutting this down. I'm going to open another spaces in 15 minutes. That one's going to be recorded, no questions. We will break down Barack and Trump. I'm going to make this one of the best stories I've ever told. Anyways, take care, everyone. Very enjoyable. My Spaces is back. And by the way, all of these people who are the king of spaces like Kumar, I just pulled 250 my first time back. You can't even pull fucking 30, bitch. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you guys soon.